Our next Republican presidential candidate that's going to be speaking is Governor Buddy Roemer. Governor, when you're ready, the microphone is yours. And please, everyone, give a warm welcome to Governor Buddy Roemer.
I'll take a chair and go in the shade over there. Thank you. Got it.
Thank you, everybody. I'm from southern New Hampshire. I left Baton Rouge yesterday to come back to my fine apartment in Manchester, and it was 107 at the airport. So what a great day, man. I give you all the credit for it. I'm honored to be here. I haven't run for office in 16 years. I've been so happy the last 16 years. But I couldn't stand it anymore. We can do better than we're doing now. Now here's my approach, and you need to look at me. I'm the only guy running who's been a governor and a congressman. I have $1 billion bank that I've built, these hands. One relationship at a time. It's honest, it's honorable, it's profitable, and we did not take one penny of the government's money. I bank small business women and men, the people who built this country. They're treated in Washington, D.C. like they're a bother, aren't they? You got to be a GE or Goldman Sachs to get something done. You ever tried to read the tax code? You can't read it because it was written by the lobbyists. And Republicans have been just like the Democrats, taking the big check. Here's my dream. And at the age of 67, I decided to put it on the line. On behalf of my 3 kids and my 3 grandkids. America can do better, but I want a president free to lead. I want a president free to do the right thing. I want a president free to tell China, no more unfair competition. We want our jobs back. This president sent the vice president over this week, and I guess he's kissing their elbow. Thanks for all the credit. We're a nation that's addicted to foreign oil, addicted to foreign credit. We have 1 million fewer jobs today than we did 12 years ago. When Bill Clinton started giving this country away, first thing Bill Clinton did was do away with the Glass-Steagall law, which lets the big banks get to be mega banks. You ever done business with one of those clowns? They're the ones that lied, stole, cheated, and brought this country down in the year 2007, 2008, and they're still unregulated. I got 2 issues. Now there are 20 issues, and all the other guys talk about them. Let them have them. I mean, they talk about balancing the budget, and they don't give you a single idea how they're going to do it. Nonsense. You need to reduce it 1% a year for 5 years. That's $140 billion a year. And I'll tell you, the first year, you know, I used to submit a budget balance when I was a congressman. Reagan would submit his, Tip O'Neill would submit his, and Buddy Roemer would submit his, and I got more votes than they did. That's what I do, okay? Here's the way you do it the first year. You cut out all ethanol subsidies. You cut out all oil subsidies. You cut out all natural gas subsidies, and you close the Department of Energy. The second year, I don't want to bore you with this, but I won't go through all 5 years, I promise. But I'm a business guy. You know, I'm not some politician who happens to do a little business. I'm a businessman that does a little politics every now and then. Big difference. Okay? Second year, I would take all retiring federal employees over the next 10 years. That's 42% of them. And I would replace half of them with new technology and give better service. Maybe the damn post office could deliver a piece of mail. Just a thought. Just a thought. I don't want to go too far here. I would consolidate information technology. I would standardize software. That's 146 billion in cuts, and I haven't cut a single senior. I haven't cut a single person in need. I haven't cut a single school program. I have saved $147 billion just by tightening things up in Washington. Third year. And I promise this is my last year. Okay? Third year. I would take the Department of Education. You know, how many school board meetings do they have in Washington? None. Education's going downhill in this country. You know, my generation, and there are a couple of you near my age. I won't point to this gentleman here. I won't do that. But in my generation, let's call it 55 and older. I'll be generous. Thank you. We rank first on earth in the population that graduated from high school. They had those rankings. America was number one. There wasn't anybody close to us. Take the age from 22 to 35. We rank 11. Okay, America. We owe too much, we'll never repay it. We're addicted to foreign oil. Our education system's running downhill. And you know how much the education budget is in Washington, D.C. this year? Give me a number. How much? How big is it? Do you know?
You want this?
Hell, you guys are paying the taxes. You don't know how much the education budget is? $77.5 billion. That's money we ought to save. Education works best where mama and daddy and grandmother can meet the teacher. Am I right? Local schools are the best. I would be energy independent. Let me tell you what that means. I don't want environmentalists to come kick me in the head. I would drill where there's oil and gas. Okay? I know that's radical. I know we're better off owing the Saudi Arabia and their Arab brothers our soul. I'm going to make us energy independent by the end of the decade. I'll drill where there's oil and gas. I'll do it cleanly using modern technology. I will tariff their oil. They will not keep sending their oil to the United States without a tariff. And I'll use the tariff to reduce the national debt. Number three, I'll quit sending my Marines, my brothers, to doing oil duty. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of defending their oil wells because we're addicted to their oil. We ought to be energy independent. We ought to give manufacturers a chance to use reasonably priced energy to build things in America again. How about made in America? Wouldn't you like that? I would tell the Chinese, and I pick on them because they're the worst. I've been to China many times, folks. I bank many companies that try to sell American products in China. Lots of luck. I had a company that sold a set of fire engines in China, a place called Chengdu. It's the home of the bamboo forest. It's 8 million people. You never heard of it. How about this southern boy in Chengdu? I like people. And I like the Chinese people, but their government stinks. You can smell it from here. Am I right? And the trade that they do is unfair. We have lost our manufacturing jobs by the hundreds of thousands, and we've traded them for distribution jobs at Walmart. It's not a good trade. We need women and men who make things, build things, made in America. And I promise you this. I will stop the unfair trade competition from China. I will raise their prices with an adjustment. I will do away with the tax code that allows the big corporations to go build a plant in China and you pay for it. Look, unfair trade is killing America, and we need a president with the courage to stop it. Let me close. I'm from a cotton farm. I went to Harvard. I apologize to everybody in this tent. I know you're going to find out about it, so I might as well confess. I went when I was 16 off that cotton farm. I was a good student. I was a hard worker. I think you'll be proud of me as your president. I will not take a big check. $100 is my limit. I'm running this campaign with money in the bank. I don't owe a penny. I won't mention Newt and all the other guys who are having to borrow their money. I won't mention Mitt, who's taking $1 million checks from people. I won't mention all the other candidates who are taking PAC money. You know who they owe? The PACs. You know who I owe? Republicans and independents across America. How about a president free to lead? How about it? I'm asking you. I need 1 million families, 1 million, across this country at $100 or less. 1 million out of 310 million. 1 million who put their country ahead of everything else. 1 million who are worried about 10 years from now, when all this country will be is a giant welfare state unable to pay its bills. I'm the only guy running who's been a congressman and a governor. Check my record out. I'm the only guy running who won't take the PAC money, won't take the big checks. I'm the only guy running who'll stand with you and rebuild America. It's BuddyRoemer.com. That's R-O-E-M-E-R. And remember, I'm from southern New Hampshire. I'm just one of the guys. Thank you.